Well, I was sticking my big fat arm down there to try to put the belt on, and I broke that nipple. I tapped it out and put that in there, but this plastic's really thin, so there wasn't but like 2 threads actually engaging it. And I put some, I'm not going to trust that. I didn't even try it. Got me another radiator from the junkyard for like 50 bucks. I went ahead and picked up some hood shocks because, as you can see, mine is being held up with vice grips. I left the hood up all winter long. They were good, and I left the hood up all winter long, and I guess that's a no-no because it ruined them. And here's my crappy transmission cooler. I'm going to upgrade that while I'm in here taking all this out. Got everything back together. Just filling up the fluids. Something else I got. A Nitrous maximizer controller. Maximizer EZ. It's really cool. All you had to do, if you kept the relay on when you set this up with the proton kit, all you do is unplug the relay, plug this in. That's it. I got this wire unhooked so we can bypass the fuel pressure regulator and the open throttle switch, and there it goes. Set it 4.5 seconds. And there it is, it's full. Just like that. Something I was wanting to test though is if you let off the gas halfway through it, does it start back, or let's see. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, my second counting's off, but it sounds like it starts all over if you let off the gas. But anyway, that's cool. It'll help it get off the line without wheeling, doing wheelies and stuff like that. Don't want to be dragging no bumpers and stuff like that. I'm sure I could fix the suspension where we can hit it off the line, but that's going to make it easier to dial everything in. So I'll just keep going lower on the seconds, and if it wants to wheelie real bad, then we'll tighten the suspension up a little bit and then go a little lower on the seconds. I'm just going to tuck that down. I don't know where to hang that. If you guys have any good ideas where to hang this at, where it's over here, that cord ain't that long, see? I'm just going to tuck it down in there for now, but yeah, we'll see. Test the nitrous out. What I'm really curious about is the E85 and how much timing I need to retard. Plus I got 6 heat plugs, NGK 6 plugs in here right now, and it's 12.3 compression. I ran a 7 plug on gasoline, and I ran a 7 plug on nitrous too, and it didn't hurt anything. But I don't know if I should keep the 6s in too. It ain't going to set. I was told I should have been 8 on 93 octane, which I used 93 octane on 150 shot. I didn't mix no race gas in it or do any of that. I just straight up 93, and I think I pulled 6 degrees of timing, which the motor was already, the motor should have been around 36, 38 timing, but I had it at like 32. So, and then I pulled 6 more degrees for the 150 shot with the 93 octane, but it did all right. I never did good at pass at the strip because it would either spin or it would break an axle, but we got 35 spline axles now, so that's not going to happen. I just wanted to get that just because I didn't want to hit it with a 200 shot off the line that raised up too high. I've never done a wheelie in a car, so kind of don't want to go too overboard just yet, and ramp it in, see how it does. Lower it and let it come in a little bit sooner, see how it does. And then, you know, if it starts to want to wheelie real bad, then I'll tighten up the suspension a little bit. I got some single adjustable coilovers up in there. I'm not sure if you can see them or not. Yeah, there they are. But yeah, got the single adjustable coilovers in there, and then I can just try to tighten that up a little bit, and if it gets too crazy, and then I can just put some limiters on it. But that's where we're at. Going to fill the radiator up. Looks like it's going to hold as much as it's going to hold without starting the car, so we'll go ahead and start that, get it lined out. And then I wanted to mess with the tune a little bit at idle, and then probably go drive it a little bit, because the tuner had this thing set at like 8.5 E85 AFR, and when I added more fuel to it, it responded really well. So on motor, I'm going to put it at like 7.7 to 8.0 AFR on the E85 scale and see if it does better. And then once we get the gas where it likes it the most, then I'm going to start bumping up the time, and I think it's at like 36, 37 degrees right now. I'm going to start bumping up the time and see if it likes that. If it don't, then we'll pull it back down. Then once we get the fuel dialed in at the track and the timing dialed in at the track for what it likes, then we'll start messing with the shift points, see if we can get anything out of the shift points. Maybe even try locking up the converter towards the end of third gear, see if that helps any. Everybody says that if you lock the converter up and you gain, then that means that you don't have the right converter. But I mean, this converter wasn't spec'd for this car. I mean, I just bought a Yank SS Series 3600, so I don't know how that's I don't know if that's a good converter for this combo. Actually, I think it needs a little bit more. It's a 244 252 duration cam at 50 thousandths, 612 620 on a 110. That's just guessing. I'm pretty close at guessing that. I don't know what the numbers are right offhand, but it's pretty much, and I'm thinking a bigger stall. Maybe one day when I go to a turbo 350 with a trans brake, so we can do bracket races a little bit better too. Maybe one day we'll do that, and we'll just get a bigger stall. But anyway, that's where we're at. A couple of weeks from the LTX shootout. Can't wait to go. It'll be the first time going. All right, y'all have a good one. Added me a E85 gauge. I got this at Winchester. I got the gas in Winchester. It's reading about 81, 82 on the gauge.